Hi, friends. This week and next week, we are going to start a pretty big writing unit. And our writing unit is on personal narratives. Now, you're probably saying, what is a personal narrative? A personal narrative is something you write that really happened to you, that has true events. We are going to write about a special event that we had with our family. So today, we're going to read a book about a family tree. Then we're going to think of some family members that are in our really big family tree. And then we're going to make our own circle map of who is in our family. This will get our brains started for what we need to do for our personal narrative. So, to get our brains thinking, I am going to share this book. It's called Me and My Family Tree. No, a family tree is not a tree that we would see outside. So while I read this book, I want you to look at what a family tree really is. Me and My Family Tree. Written by Joan Sweeney. Illustrated by Emma Trethart. Me and my family tree. Me and my family tree. This is me and my family. There she is. I have a brother, a mommy, and a daddy. Grandparents, aunts, and uncles and cousins too. How are they all related to me? I'll show you my family tree. First, I start with me. Then comes my big brother Alan. We're both part of my family tree. These are my parents, Mommy and Daddy. They're part of my family tree. This is my mommy's mommy, my grandmother. This is my mommy's daddy, my grandpa. This is my daddy's mommy, my Nana. This is my daddy's daddy, my papa. They're all part of my family tree. Mommy has a sister, my Aunt Sally. She's married to my Uncle Lee. They have a daughter, my cousin Alice. They're all part of my family tree. Do you see how that family tree is growing? There she is, and her sibling, and her mom and dad, and her grandparents, and now her aunt and uncle and cousin. Daddy has a brother, my Uncle Jim. He's married to my Aunt Margie. They have 2 sons, my cousins, Jeff and David. Daddy also has a sister. That's my Aunt Pat. They're all part of my family tree. Now, can you guess how I came to be? Look at that family tree. Grandma and Grandpa had Mommy and her sister. Nana and Papa had Daddy and his brother and sister. My aunts and uncles had my cousins. Mommy and Daddy had my brother. And then Mommy and Daddy had me. One day I may have children and they'll be part of my family tree. Think of it. Everyone in the world has a family tree. Just like you and me. The end. Now, if you look at this family tree, it's not really a tree that we would find outside, but it is what we often say when we're talking about our extended family. And I think, in my opinion, it's because, do you see all these? They almost look like branches. And it starts and it keeps on growing and growing. And we can look back in our family tree for many, many years. Hi, writers! To start with, to get our brains flowing, I made a circle map of different types of family members. So I started with me, and then I have my mother and father, my grandfathers and grandmothers, sisters and brothers, uncles and aunts, and maybe step-parents or step-siblings. So those are all people who can be in your family. And you might have lots of people that fit in a category like cousins, or you might not even have someone that would fit in a category like you might not have a brother. So I took all those people from our book and my schema, what was already in my brain, and I made a circle map of my family. So my circle map is going to look a little bit different than yours, and some things might be the same, and that's okay because every family is different. So I started with me, and you won't have this on yours, but my husband is on my family tree, and so are my sons, my kids, Luke and Evan. Then I have my siblings, Brittany, Connor, and Blake. And then I have my mom and my dad. And then my mom's mom is Nana. And my mom's dad is my Grandpa Joe. And then my dad's mom is Grandma. And my dad's dad is my Grandpa Strong. And then I have my Aunt Dee Dee. I only have one aunt. And then I am so lucky because I have 3 uncles. I have Uncle Ronnie, Uncle Ricky, and Uncle Joe. And I have cousins too. So my cousins are Cousin Marissa, Jared, and Joe. You can tell that Joe is what we call it for short, but Joseph is a family name. So we have lots of Joes in my family. So now your job, writers, is to make your own circle map of your family members. In your writing pack that went home with you, there is a blank circle map that looks just like this one. You are going to write the specific members of your family. So instead of writing brother, you'll put your brother's name. Same with instead of writing aunt, you can write Aunt Dee Dee or whatever your aunt's name is. So the thought process is that we think of all those family members that are special to us. And then we're going to take this circle map that we make today, and tomorrow we're going to use it to brainstorm even more. The more we brainstorm with our thinking maps, the more it gets our brain ready for when we're writing. And that's what good writers do. They think first, then they write. So go ahead in your writing packet, it has an orange cover, and flip to the first page that looks just like this. And go ahead and fill in your family members.